All right, so I'm hoping audio on this comes out all right. Take a look at where I am. Pretty little hiking spot. I haven't been up here in years, so let's break into it. All right, well, today you probably saw a lot of this in my last video because that was basically my vlog for getting up here. And as you can tell, I'm not at the trailhead that I showed you before, but that is the mix that I'm going to be doing today. Cascadia Trailhead. First impression, fresh tin. So we're going to pop this puppy open. Maybe. There we go. With the sound of the creek, you probably didn't hear that, but just as before, on the last Cascadia I did, pretty little deal. Oh, but this one smells better. Got more of a creamy note to the nose. Cascadia comes in a plug tobacco form. I still say it's too big of a can for that, but whatever's clever. So I'm gonna take a knife and I'm gonna make myself a bowl, and I'll get back with you. That right there is kind of what you come up with. I didn't take much, but see, last time I didn't get very much flavor out of this. In fact, and it wasn't this, it was downwind, but that actually tasted more like Camel cigarettes than pipe tobacco. I didn't like it, but I thought I had forgotten that I had purchased that right there, which is a Cascadia backpacker pipe. And I'm going to try it right in that little poker with kind of a strange little bowl. I don't know. But I'm going to try that. Maybe the flavors will come out better in a pipe that they designed. So here goes. All right. Well, finally getting it lit. I'll tell you though, if I wasn't doing a review, that plug would be in a pouch or something. Makes for too much extra bulk. But finally got it lit up a little bit. I guess I got to pack this pipe a little more loose than I normally do, so that's kind of tripping me up a little bit. Not really a bad pipe though. Definitely not used to it. It's a shorty. It's a little better than downwind. Feels more like it's got a oaky flavor to this one. Oak is in the wood. Not oaky as in Oakland. Damn bugs. Oak, kind of a not super present, but a heavy hay note. Hard to keep lit. But I might not have prepared it right either. After all, this is only the second plug tobacco I've ever smoked. So it's actually very likely I'm not preparing it right. Mouthfeel of the smoke is light, very light. Man, it's beautiful out here. You know that? Absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Got the mountains in the background off there. I don't even know if you can see it on camera. It's quiet, only a few birds that are chirping away. And no people. That is the best part. It's nothing like smoking that other Cascadia product I did. Downwind. Nothing like that. This is, I wouldn't say super good, but it is definitely not a cigarette tobacco. That's a little better. I guess softy bit in this isn't a very good idea, huh? Probably the stem's too small. Maybe, I wonder if they make those softy bits in smaller sizes. Guess I'll have to look into that. Oh, I got ants on my rifle. That's wonderful. You got to draw on this pretty hard to keep it going. I see that as a definite downside. I like to be able to, especially when I'm out here, I like to be able to just barely sip on it. Keeps going. The world is a better place and all is well. You know what I'm saying? But I can't really tell if that's the tobacco or the pipe. I can tell you the flavors I'm getting off of this are much more preferable. They're much preferable to the other. Salute. Still haven't refilled it, by the way. Yes, sir. I'm gonna have to relight again. I'll bet you I know what tobacco would go good in that little guy. And I'll have to give it a try. Ants. There we go. That feels better. All right, so I'm going to take one more pull off of my flask, and we'll kind of walk on down this little rock beach. It isn't very long. It's basically just a curve in the creek. So, go for a walk. Gotta watch where I step. That's why. Beautiful, isn't it? Look at that. You see the mountains back there. I've been up there too. But that takes a considerable amount of time. I love it out here. I really do. See this? This is the kind of thing I was born into. I was born up here. I was raised here. I love just going out in the middle of nowhere. That's why my trip when I was walking with the boys back there in Thailand that was on TikTok, sorry, but I took video of that, posted it up. It wasn't very far. It was only like a 200-yard walk, but the boys absolutely loved it. And so did I. It was beautiful. But you can't get better than mountains, water, thick brush that you can barely step through. My kind of deal right there. You learn to, growing up like this, you really learn to make do, right? Oops, sorry. See, over there is my pack set up. Sorry, I was looking in the screen, not in reality. My backpack, that black thing on the bottom, is actually my water-resistant vest. Lightly insulated, just in case the weather goes sour on me. Got my headphones. And these are brand new. I've never had open ear headphones like this before. I really love them. They're perfect for out here. I can just turn the volume way down so I can barely hear any talking or music or whatever I'm listening to. And I can hear every single noise out in the brush perfectly. I mean, on the walk out here, I was listening to some music, just kind of bebopping along, right? And I actually heard tree branches move. Turned out to be a bird that was jumping off of a tree branch, but I still heard that branch, even with my music playing in the background. So I really like that. Yes, sir. I'm going to relight this, and I'll be back in a minute. All right. So it's only been about 15 minutes since I left you. Definitely got to pack this thing different. The flavors have not changed. Kind of that oaky flavor with what is now tasting like a slight amount of what we up here in Alaska would know as willow, which is another type of wood fiber. But willow bark, a little bit of oak, and that kind of heavy hay in the background. Now that's quite a ways in the background, but it is ever present. And it does slowly build over the course of the bowl, even though this bowl is tiny. And I should not have loaded it as heavy as I did. I should not pack it nearly like I do my other stuff. It's going to take some getting used to for that. If you're actually taking this out on a trail, my suggestion, put it in a bag, put it in a pouch, something, but don't take the whole damn tin. That is ridiculous. If you pack this very, very loose, you're all right. Now, side note, lots of nicotine. High medium on the nicotine. High medium indeed. Which makes me glad it's a small bowl. But I think that'll about do it for this review. So in closing, get away whenever you can. Away from the people, away from the stress, away from family. Get out on your own, in the midst of the wild, hopefully. Even if that's just a local park somewhere. Get out, find some alone time, sit, contemplate, smoke a bowl of fine tobacco, preferably finer than that, but this is all right. And reset. Resetting is damn important for a lot of us. Some of us don't get to do it very often. So reset when you can. It'll keep you from going too nutsy fagging anyway. Anyway, take care of y'all. Love y'all. Peace. I'm out.